So we have a warrior's theory to discuss, as in it's Warrior Cats theory time, first of many. So we have had a little insider. I say little, it is not little. It is not little. On the Warrior Cats website of The Place with No Stars. We find out in the prologue that Squirrelflight promises to find a way to get out of the Dark Forest with Bramblestar, who is revealed to be dead. Sadly, Bramblestar has died. Who am I kidding? The entire fandom is extremely happy that Bramblestar is dead, but everybody knows he's coming back to life. So there was a lot of information in the about 5 chapters given alone. Because we learned that Rootspring made it all the way back from the Moon Pool to Shadow Clan in less than a day. Around that anyway. Before they decided to kill Shadowsight, which was probably very close to happening. Then Shadowsight reveals he's been to the Dark Forest. To the next slide. Shadowsight reveals he's been to the Dark Forest, and that's where he freed Bramblestar. It's Bramblestar. And then of course, there's Rootspring, who has told everybody about Squirrelflight being missing, and everybody's like, wait, where was Squirrelflight? Which is odd. Because it's like, how did you not notice that your temporary leader wasn't there? But I think that Bristlefrost might have told them something about it. Bristlefrost, the only one who has done almost nothing in this book so far. The reason why I say so far is because of what comes after, which I will get to in a bit. But for now, we need to address the situation of what happens when they get into the Dark Forest. Of course, the one person who we know is going to be there, because they're the only one who can go through the Moon Pool, unless Ashfur comes and takes just a bunch of random people through, or Squirrelflight comes back. Now that is Shadowsight. I believe, as well as Bright Garden and Kira, that Shadowsight is the only current living cat in the living world that can stop Brambleclaw. And a few quotes given have given me the idea. But one of the quotes has something to do with, I believe, with the Dark Forest. I believe Mapleshade is still alive, because I know no other Dark Forest warriors, so I'm just going to use Mapleshade as an example. I believe that the cats are originally scared of the Dark Forest warriors, then they overhear or are captured by the Dark Forest, who then reveal that they want to get rid of Ashfur, and then the clan cats, reveal that the only way to do that is by freeing StarClan, which have been compromised, let's say. And let's call the group of zombie warriors in this video merciless, because technically they are merciless. So I believe that the Dark Forest warriors are afraid of the merciless zombie creatures, and Ashfur is planning to turn all of the ghosts in the Dark Forest into his merciless, or mind-controlled zombies. But then we have the quotes, which give us more information on literally everything. First quote, "Don't leave me here." I believe this is one of the Dark Forest warriors speaking to one of the clan cats as they are leaving. The Dark Forest warriors don't want to be left behind, as they are afraid of Ashfur taking control over them and therefore gaining more power. As Brightguard and Akira suspected, he believes that there is the secret power of unknown origin. And of course, this secret power, the Dark Forest has it. It's just a weak form of it. If Ashfur gets his hold on it, just as he gets hold of Squirrelflight and Shadowsight, if that's possible, Shadowsights and Squirrelflights, if that's possible, then he will have even more power. Then he could have even more power than StarClan. I'm not saying I am I am agreeing that their power is probably weaker, but I feel like it isn't. I feel like they have the same amount of power, but StarClan has the Moon Pool, and most likely in the old forest territory had some kind of moonstone on their end as well. I do think though that if the Moon Pool stays blocked and they simply create a hole in the barrier to the Dark Forest, if there is one, then they will be able to. Then the warriors will be able to leave, but the Dark Forest warriors won't, which explains the quote. And it's exactly because a clanmate or and it's exactly because I'm not a clanmate or kin of Squirrelflight that I should be chosen, is what it's supposed to say. This tells me that they all decided, most likely because Shadowsight was scared of going through as it was dangerous, that they should send a group of warriors in there, and I believe this is Rootspring talking to the leaders because he is not a clanmate nor a kin of Squirrelflight. So it would make sense that he would want to go along and say that quote. I also feel like if it is him, he would feel bad. He would feel bad about because he would probably feel like it's his fault that Squirrelflight went through the moon pool, even though he fought as hard as he could. Next quote. I don't know what's happening, but I'm afraid I might not last that much longer either. This tells me that they have definitely by now found Bramblestar's body, as in the one that was killed. But it also tells me that this is either Squirrelflight talking or one of the cats from the group that was chosen to go. The reason why I think this is because of the word either. If it just said, I don't know what's happening, but I'm afraid I might not last that much longer, then it could be anybody. It could be anybody speaking to anybody about possibly fading away, like Bramblestar pretty much has done. But the fact that it says either tells me that certain decisions could make you fade faster. For instance, since they are all technically still living, they will only last a certain time in the Dark Forest before they eventually fade away. I believe Ashvir probably had a solution for this, like allowing Squirrelflight to go to the surface of the moon pool once a moon when nobody was there. But I think that one of them has faded, and now everybody's scared that they're going to fade too. Or like one of them has just dropped dead suddenly, and then Squirrelflight reveals that Bramblestar's dead, and something like that. But the next quote is as if he knows. It's as if he always knows where we're going. Whoever it is definitely talking about Ashfur. Whoever it is, they are talking about Ashfur, and I believe that they have saved Squirrelflight from Ashfur. But now Ashfur seems to know exactly where they're going everywhere. And then, or it could be that Squirrelflight or another warrior is being sarcastic because somebody asked, like, what if he follows us? Or what if he finds us? And whoever they were speaking to answered, it's as if he always knows where we're going. Actually, that's a terrible idea. It probably is that Ashfir's been following them in himself. Or he can see through the eyes of his merciless, just like Queen Wasp can see through the eyes of her brain-controlled zombies. They cared about nothing but themselves, and I happily followed them both. I believe that 2 of the warriors have been captured, and they all got split up somehow. And one of the warriors is overhearing, one of the main characters is overhearing Ashfir talking with one of his merciless or Spiresight that he has followed whoever got lost, and that they cared about nothing but themselves. This could have something to do with that, or it could be somebody else. Like, it could be Ashfir talking to the clans and lying. The clans are like gathering or something, and saying that everybody who left is a traitor and and agreed to work for him or something. But the fact that it says followed them both makes me think that he is lying about Squirrelflight and Shadowsight specifically being traitors, because they were the ones that were the most suspicious. And that is the end of my theory video. If you have any other theory ideas, then leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!